This is my brother Liam. He was only 18 years old when he died. This one is taken at our home in Coolock, and moving from right to left, myself, my youngest brother James, Liam with the beautiful blonde hair, Karen, my cousin, and is held by her brother Martin. Liam was the third youngest in our family and was a truly loved son and brother. He was a trainee butcher in Superquinn, which he loved. Liam was a quiet, loving boy and had many friends that he enjoyed being with. We both loved music and would pool our money together to buy some records. The last one we bought together was Rainbows, Since You've Been Gone. Music was a big part of all of our lives back then, you know. I suppose we had come from Elvis, been listening to it with our parents, and then the punk, and then really good music came, you know. And funny, you think back, you know, and the conversations with Liam was about John Lennon being shot in the December before the Stardust, and the new album getting released. You know, will they release it? Will they not release it? I wonder, will it be more expensive than their other albums? Do you think we'll be able to afford it? We have to have it. You know, stupid things, but so valuable now, you know, because I mean, I listen to John Lennon anytime, and I can have that conversation again with my brother, which is bitter, sweet, but sweet in its sense, you know. Spoke to Liam the day of the fire in Superquinn with my mother. He wanted to get a haircut for the disco that night and wasn't being paid till 5 that evening, so we gave him the money to get his hair cut. You know, I think back, and he was very quiet, you know. He was a quiet young man, but Superquinn done something for him. Liam was a trainee butcher, and the women loved him, you know. He'd chat to the women, and it was like he took on a different life when he got behind the counter in Superquinn. He was chatty and jokey, you know. But yeah, he was lovely, lovely young man. Liam left the house that evening on the 13th of February 1981 to enjoy time with his friends after a hard week of work. My father, Jimmy, and my brother Alan were working in Mother's Pride on nights and heard about the fire in the Stardust over the radio. So they came home and woke us all up. We went out to look for Liam. And on the Saturday morning after that fire, I found Liam in the Mater Hospital. Mum and Dad had been searching for him. Alan had walked by him numerous times. A lot of my friends were there that night, so it was just so horrible to walk through the hospital searching, and the smell I'll never forget. My friend Bernard Hogan was there, and he asked me to look for his brother Eugene. And I told him I was looking for my brother Liam. He said, "Your man over there says he's Liam." It was Liam. His face was all swollen, hands and arms in bandages, and he just kept spitting up this stuff. I said, "I'm here, Liam. I'm here, Liam, I'm with Siobhán." And he said, I was crawling and my hands were on the seats. My hands were melting. The seats were not on fire. I was so shaken. I had to leave. I met my mother and father coming up the corridor and told them I had found him. That evening, Liam was taken for an operation because the blood flow to his hands was bad. He was moved to ICU that night and was given 24 hours to live. He was put beside his good friend Jimmy Fitzpatrick. And as them hours turned into days, turned into weeks, we thought Liam had a chance. For the next month, we were up in the hospital every day. Myself and Jimmy's ma would spend most of our time in the church, in the Mater Hospital, praying and hoping. On the 10th of March, I spent hours making tapes so that they could listen to the music while they lay there in pain. I was on my way up on the 11th of March. Liam died that morning at 11:50. He was the last one to die on the 11th of March 1981. I died also. I was 16 and the pain and the sadness has never left me. I can say that the weeks we were in hospital were the most terrible and saddest time in our family's life. Liam was truly a strong young man, and this was proven during his battle to live. Liam was buried in Sutton graveyard, age 18, a month to the day of the fire. That month ripped our family apart. To watch my lovely mother cry and just stare, no talking, just tears. My older brothers were away serving their country. They had to come home on a lonely flight, not knowing what was to await them. Our family tried to support each other, but like most, trying to understand the grief, the pain and the sadness left us silent. My brother's passing has resulted in changing all of us as people, because living with such a young death at a young age causes pain you carry with you throughout your life. This would be the last photograph that we have of Liam, probably taken a few months before he died. Tattered, torn and faded, but precious. And this is his memorial card. I haven't looked at it in 43 years. It's just painful to look at. Pain. And these are photographs that I've never shown anybody. And they're photographs of him after a day's work in Superquinn. Probably before he went out to play football or do his judo. But yeah, hard to look at them. But you can see how, he was a fine young man. Fine young man. And he was my brother. To this day, my brother is missed very much, as most families. He should have had a passport. He should have been 21. He could have got married. He should have had the opportunities to travel. He should have even been able to drive a car. All I can say is I hope from all the inquest that the families find the truth, peace and justice.